Good afternoon, day traders and traders. I am AJ Trader 7. I'm AJ, one of the moderators here in Awesomecallstrading.com. I just want to share with you some of our trades today, ideas that we wrote down pre-market to get things started. We had an amazing day. We did pretty much, with the help of Darkside, Jenny, B Trades, we kind of looked at the market and we were determining that we were going to get pretty much of a decent sell-off. So we were cautious on the long side. We mostly played the pops and bounces out of the gate. We made a lot of money at the opening bell. And I would like to share with you a few trades that we did. I think you're going to be very impressed with today's action. Right now, the market's got a little bit of a bounce in it. Myself, on bounces, I like to trade Netflix, Adobe, and Boeing, and ABMD. But for the next 10, 12 minutes, I'm not going to touch or pull the trigger unless SPY yanks. Then I'm going to get in there and play Netflix on a bounce. But outside of that, today's pre-market, we wrote down about 12 or 13 items. And TNXP, AOBC, Unfi, Zooms, Domo, Big, FMS, Lulu, Avgo, Ulta, Netflix, Yelp, Cron, and Myrna. Myrna's an IPO right now, and I'm going to turn off my phone, so I got to focus on you. Myrna was a what do you call it? It's an IPO, and right now Myrna is below $2 below the IPO price, which is phenomenal. So the Dow being down 500 and Nasdaq down 180, all the bios are hurt. But this particular IPO is one of the brightest IPOs out there. So I'm going to do a swing position. I already filled some orders in 2173, and I also filled some more in at, I'll give you 2140, and I will add some more at if it dips to 2050. And I'm going to swing this because the sales, I'm sorry, forgive me, the IPO set price is 23, and it's a tier 3. There's 3 underwriters on it that really are the top. They're Goldman, Morgan Stanley, and JP Morgan. And this was also, they upped the price to it. Instead of 22 or 23 million, they upped it another 3 million more. So there was a high demand for it. I do like the company. I do like the pipeline. I like everything about it. I just love the fact that the market gave us an opportunity. Most of the times, a buyer like this won't come out when the Dow is down, but I think, it really had no choice. It already accepted the funds, and there was already a set price. So, hey, I'm gonna own this for a while. So I'm happy with it. I want to kind of take you through some of the calls today. Our number 1 pick today, I want you to take a look at it. It was pretty fun. Again, got a lot of short sellers in the room, and everything is, they really come in here and they really want to focus in on getting size on small cap stuff. And today I picked TNXP. This thing was up over $6 a share. There was absolutely no reason for this to go up. I was researching for news. It was just up on air. And I love up on air stuff. So I immediately called for a short in pre-market. And I warned everybody, any pop at the open, short it to $4 and under. It should hit. And I got, I guess you could say, lucky. Because the one I picked decided to do warrants in the 280s, $3, and an offering. So it was a phenomenal trade. And if you took size on it, again, 1,000 shares, 7,000 buying power, 500 shares, you name it, that's 3,500 buying power. You could have made at least 2 to 3 points on TNXP. What a phenomenal trade, traders. If you had a small account, this was your baby. And if you wanted to just go size in 2,000 shares, get 2 points, you would have made $4,000 today on 14,000 buying power. Phenomenal trade, great halt, great everything. Really, really, really great trade. The next trade we did was a stock called Cron. Akron to me was a short. They did MO decided to go ahead and they invested, I think it was $1.4 billion. And to me, this was more of a sell-off on the investment. And it was not a buyout, so there's a difference how I look at these things. And so to me, I wanted to short the stock. The Canadian pricing, what I think was 16.25 or 16.50. So convert that to US, that's about 14.75 or less. So once it peaked there, I figured it would just sell off and come down on a nice short, and it did. Came down about $12.50, and you can see my notes. I did want it to come down lower, and maybe in the next few days it will. Not sure just yet, but Quan was my my notables down here. I like to get 14.50 short and take it to 11.50, $12. All right. The next stock that I had on the list was a company called AFCO, and AFCO had an earning beat and raised the dividend. But what I liked about it is I wanted to short the stock and then take it down to 232 and under. But with the market sell-off, it was pretty obvious the stock was going to go even more and fill a gap. And so I want to show you how that one turned out. It was actually a beautiful trade, AVGO, and you can see that my main thing was to focus the two at the open and then add into it if in case it pulled, because it gapped up. And I wanted to give it room to 240, as you can see, and then the market just sold it off. And I was looking for 232 initially, and there's 230 and 232 is right there. So ended up selling right at the open. Great 10 points in a matter of, you can see, 45 minutes of work, about an hour work. Really well done, and the stock is now all the way down and filled this gap. Once the market started to pull, I told everyone in the room, look for this gap to fill right there. And as you can see across the board, it already filled it. And there you go. So really nice trade. The next trade we did was Lululemon. This was really nice. This actually sold off with the market as well. Just a massive dump. And Lululemon actually got a lot of price target decreases that I saw this morning. So what I wanted to do initially on Lulu was to pop it and short it at around 136. And I know you're looking at the chart going, no, you did not. Well, I want you to look at my notes. I would like a little pop at the open to 135 to 137. Then I want you to short the stock and take it to 122 and under. In my opinion, this will pop and fade. Now, if you take 135 and 137, what's the middle? 136. Okay, so I'm pretty much assuring you you're going to make 14 points on a trade. And I wrote this in writing an hour before the market even opened. Okay, this is Awesomecalls Trading. All right, we don't throw darts, we trade. We're professionals in here. And only a pro can make a call like that and stand by it. Okay, so when you're watching this, now I want you to watch the trade. You ready? Ding, 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 ding. Market open. Guess what it hit? 136. And here's your 122 right there. Market, and you see how it actually grinded on a curl at 122? If the market hadn't continued to sell off, this would have probably ended up bouncing. And I was very proud of this call. And I delivered 14 points for the entire chat room. So even if you missed the initial, you still could have nailed it. I was really, really, really proud of this trade. I'm going to add some shares here. Excuse me. I'm buying some more mana. And whenever I take a position in something, especially if I'm swinging, I never go full size. Especially on an IPO, because you don't really know where the bottom is. And to me, hold on, let me click it. I'm buying right now, and here's my order. There it goes. You just heard it go through. So it's 2063. I added some more. So, okay. I usually like to scale in, and because you really never know where the bottom is. You can pretty much, as a pro, figure out where it should kind of stop and curl around. But with the market pulling down almost 600 points, this IPO is just really giving us an opportunity. So I'm taking advantage of it. And the more it drops, the more I'm going to add, the better average I'm going to have, and I'm swinging it. Reminds me a lot of, what is it, blue? Okay, the next trade that we did, so that was about 14 points there. I want to share with you another one that we did this morning. It was called Big. Now, Big, I want you to understand something. Big had horrible guidance. I mean, their guidance was just off the cliff. I mean, they're lost over there. I foresee closing of stores pretty soon. They're going to go the way of Sears. But one thing you got to know about Big, actually Kohl's should just buy them or merge together because they're pretty much the same identical stores. But what I like about Big is it always gives us a short covering opportunity. There are a lot of shorts in the stock, a ton of it, and they've been waiting for a horrible quarter, and it was delivered this morning. So as you can see in my notes, and I took the trade long myself. Item number 6, I nibbled long this morning, and I said give it room to 30 if it pulls. And I'm looking for a pop at the open to 34. And when I walked in the room, I immediately told the room I was long. I believe my entry, hold on, I will tell you on my order status. It was my first trade this morning. Big. Where are you? Big. That was my sell. I want my entry. Hold on. Big. Where are you? It was 32.13, I believe. 32.13, and I sold some at 33.15. Anyway, I wanted a 34 pop right at the open. Okay, and that's really what I was after. So any pull at the open, if it came, I wanted you to go long the stock. So I wanted you to see it. And here's my entry right here, pre-market, and any pull towards 30 I was going to add. And I was looking for 34 for it to pop to 34. Okay. And it just this I've traded this for years, and I just wanted everyone to have quick money right out of the gate and get me done. This was a really important trade because I had a lot of new traders come in the room to visit us for the first time, and I really wanted them to make money right out of the gate. And Big delivered, and as you can see, ding, 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 and you can see the 34 level, and it stopped right at 34. See it right there? And boom. And that's what we do. There's 34. And after that, just short it. I told everyone to just short the stock, take it back down, should go down to 30, and here's the 30 level right there. Okay, so another great trade there. Let me give you another trade. Let's give you I did Ulta. Now Ulta, if the market had held up and it was green, this would have pretty much done exactly what I wanted. But because the market pulled, you have to go with the market because it's very market sensitive. But the initial call was pretty right on point, and I'll show it to you. I figured the stock would probably pull to 270, maybe 265, and then bounce. And so if you look at the first few minutes of the opening bell, here is the 268. And if you look at my notes, this was really right at the open right here. And 265. You see how I said I want to see a pull right at the open, I mean, like the minute the market opens, I want you to yank this to 265 to 270, and then I want to pop 5 to 10 points. So I want you to see how accurate this call was. If you just look at the first few minutes of the opening bell, okay, 265 to 270. So if you put that and divide it by 2, that's 268, correct? 267.50. Now watch. Right? And with Ulta, you have to give it room. All right? Ding, 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 ding. Here's the opening bell. Boom. You see the pull? 268. That is exactly the middle of 270 and 265. Right there. And look at the pop. You see how I said it would go 5 to 7 points to the upside? It went to 276. That is an 8-point trade. So even if you chased my idea and you got it at 270, right? You still were able, you see my point? You're still able to make 4 or 5 points, even chasing. And this is the opportunities I tried to give everyone in the room. Once it hit that and double topped, you can see the topping, and it broke this flag here, it was a sell-off. As long as the market sold off, now you're at lows. There's nothing you can do. The market pulled it. And this was a nice double bottom. Look at the double bottom right there. Beautiful. Well done. Really great trade. Okay. So that was a nice play there. I was really impressed with that one. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me show. I think B Trades had a wonderful trade this morning too, and I want to share it with him. He usually puts them on my Twitter page. So let me see. I think he probably had one. I want to share it with you. Usually I likes to put his charts. Oh, that's right. It was 10x. This was his this morning. And again, what a great alert by him. He alerted pretty much the 350 area. And the whole time, now one thing about B Trades is he's a small cap, great trader. And he picks his stuff off of scans, and he's very familiar with what the rooms are playing. And it's really important when you're trading with someone like that, because he can really keep you focused on what's going on, and he can let you know if a stock's okay, it's dying, it's done. But when he takes a trade, he guides you, and he starts putting up his analysis, his fibs, his EMAs. He goes and researches. He researches the trade as you're trading it, and he gives you full-time guidance along the way, so you don't get shaken out. And I really admire that when a trader can do that, because it just doesn't. A lot of rooms, they just go, oh, it's worth watching. Oh, there it goes. No, B does not do that. B actually gets in there. He takes the trade with you, and he walks it up. And I got a lot of respect for him. And this one he gave, and this one went from his alert was initially around 350 on the spike right here, 3 to 350, and he walked it up to 5. And he was calling 490 when it was down here. And it was just a really, really, really great trade. And one last thing I want to show you that I do a lot in the room when you're in here is I will, I love to trade, I love to scalp certain trades, okay? So what I do is I put up SPY, all right? And when SPY bounces, I have certain stocks that I like to play. And it's normally the normal for me is Netflix. And what I do is, in an instance like this, so if SPY's making a nice move, I will go in there and play. And usually SPY makes its move first, and then the stocks will follow. So what I do is I tend to watch SPY very carefully live in the room, and then I'll take a Netflix of 500, 600, 700 shares, and if I feel confident, and I pop it. Now, normally when I pop it, I'm looking for 50 cents, 60 cents. Sometimes I'm in and out in 40 cents, 30 cents, 80 cents. If I stay sometimes long, I can get a point plus. And I love this kind of market environment because it allows me, and this is called scalp trading, and it allows me the ability to just get in and out and just do a number of trades. And very rarely am I wrong because I'm watching the trend of SPY. Now, there are days where I find Netflix doesn't follow the trend, and I'll back off, and I'll even tell the room, I'm not playing that. It's not trending with SPY. And sometimes that does happen. I think a few days ago it does. But I love market sell-offs. I love it because it allows the short sellers in here just to fade the stocks, and it allows me to watch the bounces. And to me, Netflix at 265 is a buying opportunity, and I like to get a run into close, and I'll be looking for that today because I love playing Netflix along with SPY. And then you can also do Adobe. That runs the same. If you put Netflix and Adobe over each other, they're pretty much the same. Another one is Boeing. Boeing tends to look the same charts, as you can tell. And I think there's another one. There's quite a few, but for me, those are my little, I call them my little darlings. So, and lastly, those that don't know me, I am a very proud father of an 18-year-old son, and his name is Sebastian. This is my son, and today he applied for internship for next year, 2019, for the entire summer. And he went to Credit Suisse. They flew him out in New York to have an interview. He interviewed, and today he got the phone call. I believe there were 5,000 applicants, and he got picked. And again, he's 18 years old. I love you, Sebastian. I'm proud of you. And the reason why I'm sharing it with you because it happened in the middle of the room, and he definitely deserves that. And so next year he'll be at Credit Suisse, and he already has done a year at UCLA, and he also worked this year at Merrill Lynch as an intern. So he's accomplished a lot for an 18-year-old kid, and he was valedictorian of his high school. And I am just right now one of the most proudest fathers in the world. And I hope that all your children and have their special moments that you're there for them. And being a parent is the most wonderful feeling in the world. It's the best feeling than anything else. And I love my kid. And anyway, so I don't want to get all teary-eyed live on a webinar. So, but that's my boy, and I'm proud of you, Sebastian, and I love you. So, with that being said, have a great time. I will see you all on Monday morning. Enjoy, trade well, be well, and don't forget now, if you sign up for an annual in Awesomecalls Trading, this is the annual right here, and when you sign up, the room will only cost you $2.50 a day, or $75 a month. And the reason is I will pay $1,000 towards any scan service that you use. It could be Trade Ideas, Briefing, NewsWeb, Benzinga, Equity Feed, or Trade the News. Or I will pay $90 to any of your chat rooms of your choice. If you want to trade in there while you trade with me, it's up to you. It's your money. But I want to keep for annual subscribers for the month of December. This is my offer and my gift to all of you. Okay? So I don't think you can find that. And believe me, you can go to any of these chat rooms and demand them to lower their price, and they will give you the room for $90. Trust me, they're not going to lose you. Okay, so always remember that you have a voice. All right. So thank you, and I will see you on Monday. I'll see you on Twitter, and I will see you Monday morning. And we're just going to trade a lot this week. Okay, take care. Bye bye. Thank you.